like to hang out and chat, make sure you check out my live streams on Twitch or my other YouTube channel. Those links are down below. Also my Patreon, which has more content on there that you haven't seen if you haven't joined.
Why don't you take your panties when you're done?
Those aren't mine. Mine are white and cotton with a little pink rose in the front.
Do you only have one? Oh my goodness. Stop! Today I'm going to be reacting to movie bloopers that made the cut.
In Scent of a Woman, Al Pacino accidentally tripped over a trash can during a scene because he was so immersed in playing a blind man. The fall wasn't planned, but it fit naturally into the scene and highlighted his dedication to the role.
Take the cane. I gotta take a piss. Take the cane, Colonel.
In The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Rise of Electro, Gwen accidentally calls Spider-Man by his real name in public after he ties her to a car. This wasn't in the script. Emma Stone made a mistake and instinctively covered her mouth, but the moment was left in the film.
Sorry, I love you. Don't hate me.
I love that one. I remember seeing that actually a while ago, but maybe once before. It's so good, and she covers her mouth because she's not supposed to say it as an actress, but it fits with her character of, oh my gosh, I used his real name, and he's in his super suit.
In Lucky Number Slevin, during the scene where Lucy Liu's character walks in, Slevin pranked her by appearing completely naked.
Yeah.
Her genuine surprise made the take so good that it was used in the final cut.
Sorry. May I borrow a cup of sugar?
In Transformers, Age of Extinction, during the battle between Lockdown and Optimus Prime, Mark Wahlberg's character hides behind a wall. Suddenly, a random guy appears next to him just before a blast goes off, leaving viewers puzzled about where he came from.
Wait, that one seems so weird. And because it's right before a blast comes, it kind of makes you think that, oh, well, he just died. Then, yes?
In Convoy, one of the most memorable scenes was a real accident. Madge Sinclair's truck overturned while rounding a curve during filming. Cameras captured everything, including the crew rushing to check on her. Thankfully, she was okay, and the footage was used in the movie. She even improvised by kicking the truck and saying,
Goddamn piece of white junk! I knew I should have bought myself a black truck.
She said, I knew I should have bought myself a black truck? That's great. That's iconic. But I guess the only improvised part was her kicking it, maybe?
In Tremors, the opening scene where Val McKee misses hammering the nail was an accident. Director Ron Underwood decided to leave it in the movie. In The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, Viggo Mortensen's cry after kicking a helmet wasn't just acting. He actually broke 2 toes during the scene. His genuine pain made it into the final cut. In The Blob, during the scene where the crowd flees the movie theater, many extras can be seen smiling and laughing instead of looking terrified as they were supposed to.
Oh yeah.
In Star Wars Episode 4, Harrison Ford improvised one of Han Solo's most memorable lines during a scene with Mark Hamill's Luke Skywalker.
I got him! Great pin! Don't get cocky!
Hamill later revealed that Ford came up with the line on the spot, and it worked so well that it was included in the final cut.
Great pin! Don't get cocky!
In 16 Candles, there's a quick mistake where Grandma Dorothy crouches behind a car instead of getting inside as the family leaves for a wedding.
What?
It's a blink and you'll miss it moment that makes it look like she's staying behind.
That seems like such an easily fixable mistake. Because surely if you're supposed to get in the car but then you crouch, then wouldn't they just retake that scene? They're like, ugh, good enough. No one will notice that she's not in the car and she's just crouching over the little...
In Pineapple Express, James Franco runs into a tree for a stunt, but a loose screw in the padding cuts his forehead. The shot was kept in the movie, and Franco wore a headband to cover the injury. Sometimes what is funny to us was probably no laughing matter on the set. In a cavalry scene in The Last Samurai, there is a moment when an extra gets kicked by a horse as Tom Cruise's character rides in. In Blade Runner 2049, Harrison Ford accidentally punched Ryan Gosling during a fight scene. Ford explained in an interview on The Graham Norton Show that the on-set strobe lights caused him to misjudge the choreography, resulting in the real hit.
But you weren't meant to punch him, right? Oh, I misread the script. He stepped on my foot, for Christ's sake.
Perhaps I could help you with that hump. What hump?
In Young Frankenstein, the shifting hump on Igor's back was improvised by actor Marty Feldman. He had been shifting the thing back and forth for several days as a joke before cast members finally noticed. After it was noticed, it was added to the script.
Didn't you used to have that on the other side?
What?
Your, Oh, never mind.
I don't know the tone of that movie. It was black and white, pretty old, but that adds a nice comedic effect. Especially since it's only picked up on halfway through, where as an audience member, like, are they meaning to change the sides? Maybe we're imagining things. Maybe it's just lazy, edits in a movie, but then they make it a joke, makes it more fun.
In A Clockwork Orange, the scene where Alex pops his mouth open for the minister to feed him was entirely improvised. Malcolm McDowell started acting silly to keep the crew entertained after director Stanley Kubrick grew bored during filming. The moment worked so well, it was included in the final cut. In Mrs. Doubtfire, just after the moment when Robin Williams' character falls into a cake with his face, the cream from his chin falls into a cup. It wasn't in the original script, but the actor quickly found an elegant way out of the situation and said,
Oh, there you go. You've got your cream and your sugar now. It's a little cup of tea.
Oh, sugar and your tea, yours a little bit of tea. Mrs. Doubtfire. I remember that part. Makes sense that it wouldn't be scripted because it does kind of just come off uncontrolled. But because it's such a big event, it does draw a bit of attention, and there's even a zoom in on the cup. Would have thought that it was scripted. There was even lines that he put in there to go with it and everything on the spot. So that one's cool.
In Guardians of the Galaxy, Chris Pratt accidentally dropped the orb while filming a scene and quickly ducked out of the shot to pick it up. The blunder was unplanned, but fit his character's clumsy charm, so it was kept in the movie. In Goodfellas, when Robert De Niro's character knocks over the phone booth in frustration, it was actually a mistake. Fans love the scene, but if you look closely, you might catch a twinkle in De Niro's eyes, as if he's holding back laughter.
Yes, both
In
of
Blade
them.
Runner, the scene where Daryl Hannah's character runs away in a panic, slips, and breaks the window of the van with her elbow may have looked planned, but it was an accident. The actress slipped by mistake and was later taken to the hospital with a broken elbow.
She kept that in control too. I mean, these actors are breaking toes, and sure, he let out a cry, but it went with the scene and he kind of hesitated. He didn't break character. And same with her, she just kind of huddled in the corner to where, oh, maybe they can still use it. But she's breaking an elbow. That one's also really dangerous because what if the shard actually cut, like, skin upwards? That's how people have bled out really quickly. So that one's a really scary injury on set.
In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Jason Isaacs
Wait.
accidentally hurt Tom Felton while filming a scene where Lucius Malfoy slaps Draco's hand with his cane.
Don't touch anything, Draco.
The cane's sharp teeth caused real pain, but Felton stayed in character, turning it into Draco's reaction.
Don't touch anything, Draco.
Yes, Father.
Scene that I'm thinking of maybe wasn't exactly that one, because I'm imagining Harry, where he might have hit him with a book or kind of threw him aside with his cane. But right after that blooper or scene was taken, you can see him clearly like break character and say, "Oh, are you okay, dear boy?" Like he's just such a sweet older gentleman that he was so concerned that he hit Harry too hard or Daniel, and it was really sweet and wholesome. He's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm all good." He's like, he gives him like a little pat on the head, making sure that he's not actually hurting him or offending him. So he probably did the same thing in that scene, considering it might have been revealed, or maybe he could tell. I hit his fingers a little bit.
In Pulp Fiction, the iconic dance scene with John Travolta and Uma Thurman was created on the spot. With no choreography from Quentin Tarantino, Travolta improvised most of the moves, making it a classic film moment.
Gosh, maybe that's what people mean, where back in the day it happened more regularly, where if actors did break character or improvise is the better word for it, they improvised, they would often get really iconic lines or moments, whole scenes, based off of the actors taking control and adding things in that weren't actually directed or put in the movie, leading even more reason to think this is why actors were so put on a pedestal of like, okay, they're a really great actor. It's not just the entire movie and storytelling and directions holding it up. It's also, you're such a good actor, you can bring some type of inspiration and some extra whatever to a movie that it wasn't originally in. So that could be another reason why they're sought out.
In It's a Wonderful Life, James Stewart's emotional breakdown during the prayer scene was unscripted. Many believe his genuine tears were influenced by his personal experiences as a World War II pilot, making the moment feel very real.
Show me the way. Oh, God.
In The Godfather, Marlon Brando caught his hand in a door during the hospital scene, but stayed silent to avoid ruining the take, showing his incredible dedication as an actor. In Baywatch, during the iconic slow-mo running scene, Zac Efron trips and falls, landing in the sand. The fall wasn't scripted, but it fit perfectly and was kept in the final cut.
Okay, at first it was almost questionable. Wait, did he just add something to that? Like he tripped because he thought it was funny? But as he gets up, he looks as if he falls again, and that definitely didn't look like he did that on purpose. So that's kind of funny. Kind of takes away the whole, we're trying to be Baywatch, we're having a little bit more of a lighthearted take on it. I'm imagining, I didn't see it, but if it has The Rock in it and Zac Efron and it's about Baywatch, then they're probably making it a little bit more humorous.
In Back to the Future Part 3, during the final scene, Doc's youngest son makes a gesture that seems rude, but it's likely the young actor was just trying to tell the crew he needed to use the bathroom. In The Princess Bride, Cary Elwes was accidentally knocked out by Christopher Guest using a real sword during a scene. Elwes suggested a light tap with the sword's butt, but it knocked him unconscious, leading to a hospital visit for stitches. The realistic reaction made it into the final cut.
You have 6 fingers on your right hand.
That one's kind of crazy because it didn't even sound like a real hit. It sounded like you added a sound from somewhere else into that scene that was not the sound that would have made if you actually hit him. And it seemed like because of how stiff he was actually holding it,
Giggity.
he was trying to have most of the force coming from his hand, not the metal part of the sword that was sticking out. These were fun to watch. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. Go check out all my other links, and I'll see you all next time.